starts now.
Yeah, so I'm here today to talk a little bit about machine learning in as quickly possible in 300 seconds. I would like to say I'm not an expert in machine learning. This is to hope kickstart some ideas for you all. So, what are people saying? We've got a few things going around in industry at the moment. The AI market is estimated to be worth nearly 200 billion in a few years' time. The investments will triple in 2 years. And info-obesity is a thing. So what I'm going to talk today is about machine learning, the what, which is just enough for you to be dangerous, the why, enough to hopefully motivate you, and the how, just a couple of ideas about where you might start in service management. So machine learning, it's a way of interpreting data through a machine to as quickly as possible and as varied as possible on patterns of inference. It's not really AI, it's part of AI, but it's not strictly AI. An example is the Titanic problem, which is a mathematical problem on a thing called Kaggle, which is about why people survived on the Titanic. So the reasons for it, and the machine learning can find that out. So for example, you may have a data set about gender, or where they boarded, or things like that, and by pointing machine learning at that, you can start to work out why people survive. And there are some obvious things there around gender, but some less obvious things as well. Google that and you'll find out more. So in service management, we have lead indicators, we have lag indicators, we're measuring lots of data in our big vat of data, our info-obesity. We have the work of the teams in the middle, and we've got the overall business performance at the end. But that chain of inference from those lead indicators to actually what happens on the balance sheet in the P&L is not always clear and is a bit fragmented. That is the problem we solve with machine learning. So, imagine you're Marcos. You're a service manager, you've got a new platform, you've got info-obesity, you've got data everywhere. You work at a university and you've got all sorts of varied experiences and varied personas, and your NPS is stalling. You've got a blind spot, you don't know why. You work in a conservative organisation, needs evidence. What are you going to do about it? You're paralysed. As I am. While I wait for this slide. So, service environment. We've got device footprints. What are these people using? Mobile. Whatever it happens to be, they've got digital footprints. What's their journeys through their technology, demographics, age, gender, education, and geographical data. Then you have the service outcomes. So we know what happens. Are they happy? Are they sad? NPS, all those kinds of things. What we can do to machine learning is we can mash up all this data, point machine learning at it, and start to correlate. So we can now see the customer attributes on their journey and how that statistically relates to the likelihood of moments of delight or moments of despair. So Marcos can now start to find out exactly what's going on. For example, he now that data entry errors happen, mostly in WA, by recent inductees using Max. So he can now target that particular user group with an intervention which probably wouldn't have been easy to spot without machine learning. Okay, so let's imagine you're an asset manager. This is Ellie. She manages a whole range of assets from different suppliers, and some of them are going wrong, some of the others aren't. She doesn't really know why. She can't buy well, things are failing. She needs to know more about what's going on. She has a root cause and usage blind spot. She can't buy effectively to meet her users' needs. She doesn't really know what's happening and why. She points machine learning at it. She's a happy soul now. When the slide comes up, so she's done the same thing. She's got her demographics, she's got some performance data, she's got all the funky tools that the vendors out there will sell you, telling what's going on her devices. She's got component data about the various bits and pieces and software, what's been installed, what versions. Once she's got all that, she can then mash it up and understand why. So these are two happy people now. Ellie is able to go and buy well. She knows which vendors are going to happen when. She can see that this person has a particular usage pattern and it's going to fail, and she can intervene. If you don't need any more reasons to get involved in this space, data science jobs pays an average salary of $146,000 US with a growth rate of 344% last year. Who wouldn't want to be part of that? Who doesn't need to develop their skills? So there you go, that's my presentation. Good luck. I hope you enjoy your journey.